All right, everybody. Excellent. So, hey, one more thing I wanted to mention. I do apologize. Sometimes my mind gets rolling a little bit fast here. But another thing that I just want to point out um, in 2017, uh, I'll speak from my own experience, but in 2017, I received some mail at the school. It was at that time, it would have been South Middle School. But in 2017, I received some mail and it came in a very nice, pretty envelope. And when I opened it, there was this very glossy looking book and CD-ROM, DVD, and some letters and a bunch of pamphlets and this and that. And I started reading it, looking at it. I recognized, holy smokes, this was basically a form of propaganda that was being sent to all teachers around the country. And I just want to pause for a moment and point out this was not being sent just to science teachers. This was being sent to elementary school teachers, middle school teachers, secondary school teachers, high school teachers. 200,000 of these envelopes went out to a lot of teachers in our country. And when you look at it initially, it's really, really pretty. Everything looks nice. The charts and graphs look great. But then when you start digging a little bit deeper, you start to realize that a lot of the information that's being presented is cherry-picked data and data that is being used to move a certain agenda, a certain perspective. And I will just call it what it was. It's a misinformation in the form of propaganda. And as a science teacher, I asked all my colleagues if the other science teachers got it, and a few of them said that they had. I asked a few of my English arts teachers and a few of my friends who teach at the elementary school level, and a few of them did say they received this. And when you look at it really quickly, and it looks very official, and when you start reading it and thinking about it, and everything's very clear, but what this propaganda does, it doesn't necessarily go to disprove the concepts of climate change, the understanding of climate change. It goes to try and cast doubt on this. And so I consider this a war on science. I couldn't believe, all the years I'd gone and been in college, all the data I'd seen, all the experiments I had done, all the professors I had learned from, the books I had read, all the presentations that had been understood and expressed to me. And here I am sitting there as a teacher, and I'm receiving misinformation. I'm receiving misinformation from an organization, and this is the sponsor that I want you to tell you about. I'm receiving information, very, very nicely made, probably quite expensive information, sent to 200,000 teachers across the country that is trying to cast doubt on the topic of climate change. They're so old, they're already using the word global warming, but they're using propaganda to show that they can do this. And here's the kicker. All this was paid for by a group called the Heartland Institute. And the Heartland Institute, ladies and gentlemen, it's a think tank for some of the largest corporations of fossil fuel industries. Fossil fuel industries. Now, why would the fossil fuel industry be interested in sending out misinformation to teachers regarding climate change? I think you know why. It goes back to that earlier statement about dollar signs and the fact that all of us teachers work with you and share information with you and help guide you on being able to vet good information and poor information, but also realizing that there are some people out there, groups of people out there, that just don't care about you. I'm really sorry. I hope you can use this to kind of get fired up. I know I use this to want to learn as much as I can about things, to cross-reference, to check people's data, to check their numbers. I like knowing where there's contested, numbers so that we go and seek out the truths. And I do hope that you can find this information worthy of your attention. And maybe you can find yourself wanting to know more about this and why so many of these corporations and companies do this. All right. Sorry, I just wanted to mention this one more thing. Thanks a lot, you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.